outreach and work with the young guys that board those trains that are thinking about committing a crime on the trains. To date, Violence Interrupters, we're working with about 80 high-risk individuals on the west side of Chicago right now, and we have a pretty strong success rate with the individuals we're working with right now in the area where they're not reoffending and they're not out here hurting people here in Chicago. So that's the plan with CTA, 12 midnight, Mondays through Sundays, 12 midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning. And I guarantee the passengers here in Chicago, we will probably not have one incident during the times that we're out there. I know that's a bold statement, but we have a proven track record. We know a lot of young people that board those trains out there. The last time I boarded the trains with about 30 violence interrupters, we had two young men. One young man gave me a switchblade, and another young man gave me his butcher knife. And he told me he was glad to see us on the trains, and we talked them down. I want to make that clear. Some of the young guys were mad that we were out on the trains, and it's very dangerous. Don't get me wrong. You have a lot of issues of people dealing with homelessness. You have people on the trains dealing with substance abuse issues, some psychotic people on the trains as well. But we're equipped to deal with that population, and we would like to mediate conflicts before they turn deadly. It makes no sense to have murders on the CTA trains. We just had a guy that was pushed on the off the train, off the platform on the train tracks recently. Had a guy murdered on 79th Street. So we need to bring an end to the murder on the CTA and the assaults on the CTA trains out here. That's why I'm holding this press conference also, because 2 months ago I took some violence, about 30 violence interrupters with me on the trains for a few hours, and the people need help. The passengers were very happy that we were out on the trains, and we can be easily identified. We have violence interrupter t-shirts, hoodies, face masks, whatever you may need. But most important, the violence interrupters are also trained in martial arts. They know how to protect themselves. It's a heavy order, but we're not going out there to, perform security type of work. We're going out there to reach out to the young guys. Therefore, nobody goes to jail and nobody goes to the cemetery. We would like to stop it before it actually happens, before the crime occurs. To date, also, violence interrupters have mediated about 32 conflicts in Chicago, which could have turned deadly, and we intervened on the front end where we stopped a potential conflict from actually turning deadly. And as I speak today, my staff are in the process of mediating about 3 conflicts in Chicago right now as I speak right today. We have a situation from the Morgan Park community and from the West Haven community on the near west side as well. So we're steady working as we go. But I really, really want to help passengers on the CTA. I've spoken to several passengers that ride the CTA trains here. I've spoken to several women, a lot of guys, and even some train conductors. They're scared for their lives when they board the CTA trains. It makes no sense. It really makes no sense. We had a stabbing a couple of weeks ago on North Avenue in Clybourne where multiple people were stabbed. It's insane what's going on the CTA trains. Even though homicides are down in the city of Chicago right now, we need we need more presence on the trains. So my plan is to deploy about 50 violence interrupters, hit the trains, and hopefully the negotiations or some of the conversations with the Chicago Police Department and CTA may go okay for violence interrupters, and we can get the job done. But once again, I just want to say this for the record. I guarantee the passengers that ride CTA between the hours of 12 midnight to 8 a.m., if the city of Chicago and the Chicago Police Department and CTA were to partner with violence interrupters and bring the K-9 units back as well, there will be not one incident on CTA trains from those hours, between those hours right there. I just want to put that bold statement out there. I mean what I say. We have a proven track record, and I guarantee this to the public in Chicago.
Yeah, 50
yes.
guys enough to do that job.
50 guys is enough because we did, we're looking at about 5 guys on 35th Street, another 5 at each stop all the way up to 95th Street. And we may have to bring about another additional 10 staff on. But the main thing is our staff are trained in the area of conflict resolution, conflict mediation. Our staff, they know how a person looks when they're about to commit a crime, actually. We know the look on people's faces, we check out people's demeanor, and we intervene right away. And I actually have guys that are really trained in a lot of different disciplines. So yeah, 50 to 60 staff should be okay for those hours. What I would like to do also is set up a pilot program, like I say, for the red line from 35th to 95th Street. And let's see how it works for about 6 months. Then we kind of gather all the data and make sure it's working. Then we kind of take it from there.
How much are you expected? How many months or years?
I would like to, first of all, I'd like to set up a pilot program, because actually when I started boarding the CTA trains, that was a couple of months ago before the summer actually hit. We were trying to get on the front end of it, so we're looking at now maybe like a 1-year pilot program for starters. Then I'll have about 60 violence interrupters out there. And then what the violence interrupters will do also, they would take on caseloads of the individuals that board those trains and get them the help they need.
How much will it cost the city to put this?
Well, my initial proposal was $500,000. I did submit a proposal to the chief at CPD, but I think if we really expanded, it costs about $1 million. But you have to understand, the CTA, they're spending, 50 million plus right now on unarmed security and about 100 people with the vests on and just having some presence. But what we're talking about is really engaging the young people out there. Our people are not scared of the guys that board them trains. The people are not scared. You need somebody that knows how to communicate with the high-risk population.
The superintendent, he was asked about it this morning, and he said that he acknowledged that he's in conversations with you.
Right.
But he is concerned about the vigilantism that may be involved. I know that you, I don't know.
Well, initially we wanted to play the role as some type of security force on the trains, but now we pivoted to the point where we would like to just perform outreach services and work with the young people out there, because a lot of those young guys are lost individuals as far as their minds or whatever the case may be. And then a good majority of the young guys that board the trains and commit crimes on the trains, they have premeditated what they plan to do. That's why they board the trains during the twilight hours. I call it the twilight hours, 12 midnight to let's say 8 o'clock in the morning. So their minds have been made up to hurt somebody or even kill somebody. So we have a lot of experience in the field of mediating. That's what I'm talking about. We have that type of expertise. And there's a certain science to what we do. I can't give you all the jewels today, but we know the population that we serve. We know that population. Yep. So anybody else? You got any questions? It was just a brief press conference. I just wanted to make my point clear. And if you all, I guarantee the city of Chicago, I mean that with all my heart and soul. During those hours, you're not going to have one incident. I cannot talk about what may happen down the street from the train station, but while in front of the train station and once we on board the trains, you're not going to have one incident on them trains. I promise the people of Chicago this. You're not going to hear this from nobody else other than T.O. Hardiman. Okay? And I'm also a native son of Chicago. I've been around. People know me.
You think about running for mayor again?
No, I'm not going to. I'm through with politics. I'm through with politics. They bring up too much stuff on you. I can't do that. All right, so we're pretty good with it. No, this is nothing to do with politics. Nothing at all. Right. All right. So we good?
Yeah, good. Thank
So I
you.
answer the questions, okay?
Thanks to you.
And I want to thank you all for showing up. I'm one of them guys, whenever I meet with people, I only meet them for about 15 minutes anyway. I get right to the point.
You do. We
That's right.
appreciate that.
That's right. Get right to the point. All right.
Everybody's busy.
All right, cool.
Always a
I'm in.
pleasure, sir.
Nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. And Sarah, it's good to see you again.
Thank you.
Without a doubt. Okay. You're with Telemundo. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. Everybody's good?
Yeah, all good. Yeah, good.
Right on.
Rain.
No, it's perfect. It was perfect. Thank you for my speech.
Mario, you want yours?